What's going on, y'all, and welcome on in. Today we just got the news that May is going to have buff events for the entire month. That's going to include hunt events, of course, which most of y'all should be looking at first, but don't neglect the AP and Spirit Altar, which will be available as well, because those are going to tie a lot into your events right here, boys. The what you call them, the Hunt Expert and the Molagora Challenge. There are a few tips and tricks I want to cover that you should take advantage of during the AP and Spirit Altar events, and just make sure as well along the way that you have a pet while you're doing all three modes, AP, Altar, and Hunt. And I won't cover pets in this video, but very soon I'll have an updated pet guide, especially now with the revamp of 5 stars and all the new quality of life stuff we have there. But we're going to cover all the hunts, talk about each individual one, maybe their pros and cons, a few tips for each individual, Banshee, Wyvern, etc. And then we'll quickly cover the AP and Altar events, all the stuff you kind of need to know. Just a quick recap video, but it's going to be a great month. Make sure you get to farming, and let's get on with the video. Alrighty, guys, let's go and pull up the hunt event page, or let's just call it May event page, because it's not just hunts. I'm actually trying to get y'all to do both the rune drop rate up and the AP events as well, because those will be important for the side events I showed, the Mola and Hunt event. They might have some requirements involving both, or they will have requirements covering both. But let's go and read this real fast. Hello, Airs. This is GM Dominial. They're just telling us, May is coming, or May is here, and they're giving us some weekend buff events every single weekend in May, guys. It's pretty much the entire month long. Normally, every month you'll get at least one buff event. It's never, they don't have to do it every month, but most months they will do it. I think they rarely ever miss it. It's just not something that they're required to do, but this entire month, every single weekend. So let's go ahead and take a look. I'm in dark mode. I'll highlight this so you can read a little better. But Asia, Korea, Japan, as early as this Friday, we'll be getting the rune drop rate up, and Europe and global will get that on Saturday. Guys, anytime you're doing rune drops, Spirit Altar, side stories for the AP, even just farming arena, if y'all can, make sure, or hunts, if you have the means, meaning as long as you're not sacrificing your runs, making it way more difficult than you can, like super slow times, try to double dip in terms of getting friendship, maybe leveling up certain heroes if you can 3-man, but just try to always squeeze out that a little bit of extra efficiency as long as you can manage it. If you're newer, just do things the normal way. Don't worry about one-shots, don't worry about any of that, but the farther along in the game you get, try to min-max the efficiency. It'll save yourself a lot of time. I like to use the term double dip. Okay, let's keep moving on, guys. Next weekend, of course, will be the hunt event. This is where most y'all will be focusing on, and I'll quickly, right after we wrap up this info, talk about each individual hunt as things have progressed or the meta has changed for 2022. Because things are looking a little bit different. It's no longer just farm Wyvern non-stop 24/7. You still can do that, of course. It's that powerful. But a lot of the other hunts are becoming more viable, or even potentially a mainstay. Week 3, guys, is AP. Make sure you don't neglect that. I have some tips and tricks specifically for the AP and the Catalyst, because on my part of the event, I've been taking it very slow, but there are some things I want to talk to y'all about to make things easier. And then last but not least, you have the all buff, so whatever you haven't finished at the end of the month you can do. Most likely you'll just be farming hunts. Now I want to talk about the Burning Passion pack, guys. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, I'm going to say it again. You might have heard me say this in another video. These are amazing value. Best bang for your buck, I think, in the entire game. 3 packs, or 3 leaves is 99 cents. I think the 10 leaves is $2.99, $3. However, if you guys are already free to play, if you want to stay free to play, if you're low on money, whatever it might be, guys, your real life circumstances, if you just shouldn't be spending, do not spend. Even if you can somehow swipe for, what is that, $2.99 plus 99 cents, even if you can swipe for $4, I would avoid it if you should be saving your money, if you can't afford it, if you want to stay free to play. One thing about gacha games in general, as a content creator, I want to make sure I advise y'all on this. They are designed to make sure, once you put in your credit card info and make it that convenient factor, the psychology is you are way more likely to spend in the future. They know that. They just want to get your foot in the door. Think of the lease as a gateway. I'm not going to say it for YouTube, but you know what I mean, guys. The gateway D word. To get y'all your foot in the door and start spending in the future. Now, everyone else besides that, if you can spend as a hobby, if you're really liking E7, you want to support them, guys, make sure you pick these up, and they'll be available every single weekend. As it sounds like this pack can be purchased once per day during the event period. So you can buy, I think, 3 every weekend, which is going to be huge. That's going to be like 12 total. Very nice in terms of just sustaining your leafs. Bonus, guys, event 2, you're going to get some extra energy and gold. you know, this isn't like crazy amounts, but hey, it's free stuff. It's going to be a million gold as well as some free energy. So just make sure you log in for the week. And yeah, that's a little bonus. Let's cover some energy talk real fast, guys, before we get into the hunt section. But in terms of energy, I know this is going to be a lot. We just kind of ended a hunt event, so a lot of y'all might be low on energy. You're farming like crazy doing your events. Don't worry about that, guys. Don't get stressed out. Just make sure you're getting your free daily energy. Watch those ads in-game if you haven't. If you're not aware, at the top right, I think it's still there. Or you go in your settings. You can watch some ads for some free energy. Make sure you open those boxes every live stream, etc. Just get all the free energy you can from your friendship, whatever it might be, and just farm what you can. Even if you don't have a lot of leafs, a lot of energy saved up because you've been using it, just during the relevant period, let's say for rune drops, right? You're low, you need to get those 3 stars up, you need to get some specialty changes, you need to just top off your 6 stars for the last awakenings. Get that done with whatever daily energy you can get, web event energy, etc. Don't stress about the massive farming like during the hunt event, okay? If you just do your hunts that you can, it's still a bonus. Don't sweat it too much, especially for my free-to-plays, okay? So that wraps up the energy. Just think of it as a month-long event where you'll get bonuses when you're just playing normally. Try not to stress too much about not having any more leaves. It's okay. All right. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and talk about the individuals. And let's go ahead and go out of order for next weekend and talk about the specific hunts. Okay, let's get back into the game and go over the hunts. Just a quick recap on all the different hunts we have and the new kind of meta that has progressed for 2022. So let's go in the battle section, open up our hunt page. So we have 5 hunts, right, guys? Wyvern, Golem, Banshee, Azmonak, and Cadiz. I'll go over them one by one. Let's go in and start with Wyvern. In the Wyvern hunt, guys, Wyvern is the mainstay. It should still, for most people watching, be the hunt you rush, as well as spend the most time, and especially if you think you're going to be an aggressive or cleaver, or if you're just in general don't want to think this is the easiest hunt. All the sets are great. And speed, of course, is still king, still gives the biggest bonus, and can be used on almost all units in the game. It's still the most universal. It's still the easiest to gear all of your units on. It is still by far the best bang for your buck overall. However, as things are progressing, the other hunts are becoming, as more and more people are testing them, trying them out more, Wyvern is no longer the king by a long shot, okay? The gap is kind of closing a bit, and that should lead us into the next one. I'm going to skip over Golem for a second. Banshee. Guys, make sure y'all check out my last video, or one of my recent videos talking about becoming a Banshee main featuring Call 8x7, who is a legend player that primarily or just only farms Banshee. Banshee can now become a mainstay. Check out Jello's legend review as well, a major or a main Banshee player as well, who has been owning in all the major tournaments. Banshee can be a mainstay for the counter style players. Just keep in mind, this is not for cleave or aggro per se, but if you like resist sets, if you like counter sets, if you like lifesteal sets, all of those can be great, and destruction will also make up for those of you that still want to build offensive, maybe even glass cannon style units. Banshee can be very, very good. Just takes a certain type of player, and I think as more units come out, more and more people are needing to branch out into Banshee, even just a little bit for those niche units, and it can also be just a mainstay as well, close to Wyvern. I guess let's talk about Golem very briefly, guys. Golem is more of it's still not amazing by any means. It got buffed in the past, but it's still not. It's probably the last resort hunt you should look at. If you guys want to know how to use this the best, look at my review featuring Kotick. He likes to use the 2-piece sets such as health and defense to just make up raw stats. A lot of times people will use immunity or other 2-piece sets. Whereas if you use just health or defense, you're getting that bonus in terms of gear score and just getting more stats to gear diff. The gear diff term means, guys, you have better gear or overall better stats than your opponent, and that can help a lot if you like that kind of style. Just keep in mind, guys, a lot of the other sets like crit set is also stats from Wyvern. Resist set from Banshee can also be terms of raw stats. So Golem should be a last resort. However, I think especially getting a lot of like defense units, attack units, so 4-piece attack set could be a little bit better. Golem is looking nicer and nicer as times progress, but it's still the last resort, and for the most part you can just get better sets from Wyvern or even Banshee. All right, moving on, we have Azmonak up next, guys. A13. This used to be one of the most primary hunts when immunity was also like a king of the game for all various modes of PvP. But with Rimu still being an ever-looming threat, even now, guys, and he's probably going to get a rerun in the middle of the year, if not soon, although I think ReZero is first. immunity has lost a lot of stock because using it can actually hurt your account. Not a great thing overall for the game. I think that's poor design. But right now, as it is, immunity is not needed. A lot of players are shifting away from it. There are still units that still like it, can be great on. In some units, there's a few units that it's even mandatory on, such as Kayron. But overall, the immunity part is much less mandatory. You can probably skip over it for now. Just keep in mind, if the pendulum swings back in terms of balance, if Remover gets banned or just gets outplaced or pushed out of the meta, you will start needing some immunity. So make sure you are at least looking at getting a team set up. And it's also very important for PvE. This is the bigger reason why you should be farming this, is for the rage sets. This is going to set up your one-shots. It's just nice in general for PvE content, especially things like Abyss. It is extremely, extremely good. It is the king of PvE damage, Rage Set is, and you're going to want to look into farming this to enable your other hunts and other PvE modes. Last but not least, guys, we have Katie's, which is the newest edition, and this one is actually very, very nice as well. The pen set, of course, is 2-piece. It can go alongside a lot of other sets, and anyone that uses single target makes great use of this. It's an insane set. Pen set is so, so good for damage in PvE and especially PvP, so that's a big reason you're going to want to start farming this. I do think overall it is still the most difficult, but just check. There's a lot of KD's information out there, guys, and if anyone pulled Hua Young, it's not really too much talked about, but Hua Young can fit in a lot of different of the hunts, especially KD's as well. And don't worry about one-shotting this in the beginning, guys. Just make sure you set it up. You know, even if it's slow, 3 to 5 minutes plus, just get it done. Farm it with your extra energy overnight, whatever you need to do to start picking up those 2-piece pen sets, or use your crafting event as well to supplement that. The revenge set, guys, is actually getting a lot better. More and more people are using it. Not mandatory at all, and speed set is still arguably just as good, if not better. But I think players that like revenge set and maybe play a little bit slower, it can be great on, especially certain units. And then, of course, injury set, guys. It's sometimes not quite a super good. I think the main usage right now is still Bellion, maybe Seaside Bologna, and a few other niche units, but it's really just Bellion at the moment. However, in the future, you never know, injury might become better, and right now there's an arena set that has it, so if you guys want to mix and match between that and KD's, you can do so. Alright guys, that wraps up the hunt portion. I'm going to quickly talk about Spirit Altar. Sorry, I didn't need to leave that page, but Spirit Altar, very fast, boys. Like I kind of mentioned this in the intro, so we won't take too long. Just shore up your runes, whatever you're short on. Every time Altar event comes out, load up your Altar pet. Whatever skills you might have, guys, it doesn't need to be a perfect pet, but just get the bonuses and just start shoring up all your low inventory of runes, as well as getting whatever web event, special event going on that requires these Altar runs. I think there are a few missions that need that. Moving on to AP, really fast, guys. There's one thing I want to show you before I jump into the AP section, but in the event, so this is under the Hunt Expert Challenge, guys, you need to buy Epic Catalyst from Unrecorded History. In the stage 1, there's a normal catalyst that you need to get. You can get those guys from crafting, or if you have any of those boxes that you might have just received from various modes, I think like Auto Tower or Expedition, something like that. Those will count, but for this second stage, you have to buy them with AP, so that's what this AP event is for. And let's just quickly jump into a quick AP section. Just any stage, Unrecorded History. Oops, I'm in Book of Memories, guys. Wrong area. Let me just find Unrecorded History. With the quality of life, they have now consolidated all your AP into one section. You'll still need to jump into the various stages to buy the specific catalyst. And let me show you all something very useful real fast, guys. Just one tip. If you're newer and you need help finding catalysts, go into your Alchemist Steeple, click the catalyst section, and whatever you need, let's say you need some Rengar Student ID, right? I'm short on that, guys. You can actually click the button and you can straight go to the AP Exchange section. So I'll click that there. It'll take me to Unrecorded History Rengar's area. I don't know what this... oh, they're telling me about the Guardian event that I haven't done yet. But yeah, you can just go here and buy the Rengar Student IDs, which I'll probably end up picking. But this is for the AP bonus. So just make sure you go to this direct stage. In terms of what is the best to farm, guys, just go to the highest stage. So whatever the highest stage is that has that relevant catalyst, for me, it'll probably be this World 2 because I need Rengar Student IDs. But if you have something in World 10, for example, that'll give you a little bit more gold and bonuses. And find this stage. So you're going to go up to Region Info. Look under Monsters, right? And for me, since I need Rengar Student IDs, I'll pick one of these stages here. Or if I need the Nightmare Mass, and I'll go to that, farm that, and also that's how I'll build up AP. So remember what I said about double dipping? Number 1, pick the highest stage, pick the stage that has the catalyst you want, and then just farm that. And then with the bonus AP, you can use that for everything. All right, and that'll tie back into that event, the hunt event, where you need to buy epic catalyst. All right, guys, I know there's a lot of info kind of spread about, but it's just a recap on all the stuff you should be doing already. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned. I got a lot more content for y'all, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.